thanks to Square Enix for providing me with the review code.
Man, sorry, I'm trying to hire someone for a new job and I'm looking and... Oh wait, Monster Wrangler. That's exactly what I need. Here we go. I got the monsters right here! I think you might be confused about what type of Monster Wrangler I need.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Total Level here to review Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake, available on PC, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch, and Xbox Series consoles. Big thanks to Square Enix for providing me with a review code for the Series X version. Now, Dragon Quest is the grandfather of JRPGs. Ever since the release of the original Dragon Quest, we have seen many other games and RPGs come out that were heavily influenced by Dragon Quest, and now we have a remake of Dragon Quest III, The Seeds of Salvation, with remakes of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 coming next year. Now, I never did play the original game. I got into Dragon Quest late, starting with 8, Journey of the Cursed King, so I've been really looking forward to this remake and seeing what it has to offer. So, how was Dragon Quest III for me? Well, let's dive in, as I will talk about the story and presentation first, followed by graphics, then music and voice acting, then gameplay, and finally my final thoughts and replay value, before giving my score in the form of a letter grade, with F being the worst, and S rank being the best of the best. So, with all that out of the way, let's see what I thought of Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake, and if I would recommend it. Dragon Quest III is the third game in the Erdrick trilogy, but chronologically takes place before the first two Dragon Quest games. The story sees your father, Ortega, going on a quest to defeat the evil Baramos to save the world, but ultimately fails on his quest. Once it is your 16th birthday, you, the hero, are given permission to leave your country by the king to do what your father could not, and so you go off on your adventure along with companions that you choose and create at Patty's Party Planning Place. Here you will choose from many different classes, with each having their own strengths and weaknesses. Even the joke job class of Gatobot has their uses, as once they reach level 20 you can unlock a pretty cool job. As someone who never played the original Dragon Quest III, it was fun to experiment with all these different classes, since each of them had their own uses. For example, I found the merchant wasn't the greatest, but whenever I needed extra gold, they were very useful. What I love too is I talked about reaching level 20 with the Gatobot class. Well, besides your main hero character who can't change classes or anything, every party member can change their class after level 20. Not only that, but while they do go back to level 1, they do get to keep all the abilities learned from that previous class and carry over to the next one, along with their stats just being cut in half, so as you level up again, they get even stronger. And you get to do this multiple times, so you can learn all sorts of abilities to use with other classes. As someone who loves job systems and games, this was so cool. It made it fun for me to level up and grind because of this. Now, I will say with regards to this story, you're not going to get the most engaging one. It's still lots of fun to play through, but with a lot of these older JRPGs, the stories tend to be the standard hero who saves the world from evil. But that's just how Dragon Quest III Remake is presented. Maybe a remake, but the elements seem to be relatively unchanged besides some quality of life improvements like speed up in battles and autosaves, but I'll talk about those more once we get into the gameplay. But because of this presentation, along with you creating characters to make a party, I found the characters in the game didn't really have personality. Many characters I ran into more felt like they were there just to keep the story going rather than being an integral part of the world. The HD-2D style is something I love seeing in these games, and it seems like a great way to remake older ones too. You keep that nostalgia factor for others with its look and pixel art, while also putting a lot more detail in the backgrounds, lighting effects, animations, and more. And everything here in Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake looks beautiful. I got joy anytime I entered a new town, wanting to see how the next one would look, along with seeing how each of them looked during different parts of the day. I especially love going into boss battles, as so many of them look great in this format. The castles too looked incredible, and again, this is such a great way to preserve older titles like this. With Dragon Quest, you know you are getting amazing tracks from Sugiyama. You also know too that you will be hearing the same tracks throughout the journey. Not that this is a bad thing, but it does lack variety that you would see in other game franchises out there. Still though, I love the music that Sugiyama creates, so I'm fine hearing that amazing Dragon Quest, theme over and over again, along with the adventure travel music, the town music, battles, and boss battle music, right? So I'm perfectly okay with the same guy's soundtrack, just remixed a little bit here and there, right? With regards to voice acting, I would say it's okay. It's cool that it was added here, but no performances are going to stand out. In fact, if the game had no voice acting, probably wouldn't affect the feel of the game too much, right? Still though, it's nice that it's here, there's not much for me to really say upon the voice acting. It's okay, it's nice to have it here.
Robin Hood has stolen from us our most sacred and regal crown. Were you able to return it to us, you would prove yourself a true hero.
So with Dragon Quest III Remake, the game plays like an old school JRPG. Turn-based combat with a good amount of grinding, going from point A to point B, talking to many folks in towns to discover hidden quests or items as you fight to save the world. With this remake, while there are added quality of life stuff that I talked about a bit during the story and presentation elements, where you have different difficulty modes, autosaves, battle speed increases, and waypoints for main quests on the map, it keeps the original core game. At least that's how it seems. You get little money from battles, along with not much experience, so you will need to grind here and there. Now, there are ways to make things easier. Like I said, you can change the battle speed, which I'm glad this is here, because I will say the normal speed felt way too slow for my liking. I always had it on fast or ultra fast, right? You can also change to Draki difficulty, which allows the player to not die and keep fighting with 1 HP. This will help players who just want to experience the story without a challenge, or for areas of grinding where you don't want to keep using items or going back to an inn to heal, things like that. I know some people won't be happy with a setting like that, but hey, it allows more people to experience and beat the game if they don't want to keep fighting and grinding for that experience, right? Or just make it easier for them, right? And of course, there are the metal slimes. These are hard to find, but in certain areas will appear more often, where a regular metal slime gives you around 1200 experience, while a liquid metal slime gives you around 12,000. Of course, even if you find them, they are tough to kill and run away a lot, but they are your best bet of leveling up fast. Also, having a merchant helps you grind for gold to buy new weapons at shops, as they have the ability to earn extra gold in battle. Again, talked a little bit about this during the story presentation part. Now, I do have to say, random encounters on this game, they're pretty high. I feel this is done to help players level up enough to move on to the next part, but it did become a bit much. You do, unlock certain abilities to prevent you from entering battles for a short while. It's all based on how many steps you take right before the ability is removed, but I do feel like there could have been, maybe an option to lower the encounter rate a bit. Battles, though, are fun, and with the extra speed, it makes it quite relaxing for me to sit for a while, level up, and then keep going. Plus, the game isn't overly long, so I found, any of these moments of grinding weren't that bad. You will also want to talk to anyone you come across. Many NPCs share, quite valuable information that can lead to certain side quests and helpful items along the way, along with checking any pots and barrels you come across, or entering towns during different parts of the day for other events to happen and NPCs to talk to, or open chests that wouldn't be available, say, during daytime. Overall, very fun battle system, though not the biggest fan of the whole first-person view. I was hoping for more of what we initially saw when this remake was first announced, of a kind of more Golden Sun feel to the battles, right? Still though, tons of fun to play through, as it's split into 3 parts, I would say, where once you unlock the ship, the game starts to really open up. You also get these monster battles you can do, as throughout the quest and everything you can find monsters in the field and towns, basements, dungeons, all that sort of stuff, recruit them and have them battle in these little tournaments. Not much to these are good uses to make some extra money and everything like that, but yeah, there's not much to this. You don't get to directly control monsters, you just kinda give them strategies of what you want them to do and they'll just attack. So yeah, it's nice little distraction mini game and all that, but not much else. But hey, it's extra fun little gameplay that you don't need to do if you don't want to, right? And so, what did I think of Dragon Quest III HD-2D Remake? I had quite a lot of fun with it. I'm very happy to have finally experienced this game, as it was well ahead of its time. I cannot imagine what it would have been like to experience this game as a kid when it was first released, because for me personally, it took me back to being a kid, back to those elementary days of going on the school playground with my friends, pretending to be out on an adventure to save the world. This is what Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake has brought me. While it's not my favorite Dragon Quest game and had a few too many random encounters for my liking, along with characters that didn't have as much personality as many other RPGs out there, it's still a great game. There's also a ton of replay value just with the job systems and difficulty settings, where you can really give yourself fun challenges to do or new ways to play through the game. Whether you played the original or going into this remake for the first time, I think many JRPG fans would quite enjoy this experience. There is a bit of a learning curve, there's definitely a bit of a trial and error kind of element to it, but I think, it's still a really, really fun time. And so, I give Dragon Quest III HD 2D Remake a B+ overall, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. Do you agree or disagree with me? I would love to hear all of your thoughts. Also, let me know your personal favorite Dragon Quest game. Once again, thank you so much to Square Enix for providing me with a review code for this game, and I will see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching, really appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to see more. Hit the notification bell to be notified of any upcoming videos. Also, follow me on Twitter at TotalLevelYT, along with Twitch, also at TotalLevelYT. Or maybe you only stayed for any skits I put in my video. In that case, please stay anyways. I'm so lonely. Alright, take care and have a great rest of your day, everyone.